Valentina Shevchenko is firing back, not in the octagon, but in defense of Joe Rogan, ahead of her huge title defense against Zhang Weili at UFC 322. The flyweight queen didn't hold back when asked about Ronda Rousey's recent comments. If you missed it, Rousey basically dismissed Rogan's MMA knowledge, saying he's not an expert. He's a fan with an audience. Well, Shevchenko wasn't having any of it. She took to social media to call Rogan a huge expert of martial arts and a noble man. And she doubled down on that in her recent media appearance in New York. She said, "I'm for justice and I like Ronda. She's a great champion. But I feel in this particular case it was not right to say these things." Shevchenko praised Rogan, calling him a true example for the youth, a true martial artist with deep knowledge, and a successful, talented man. Her point was simple. It's just not right to tear him down like that. She feels that when there's injustice, you have to speak up. Now, we all know Joe Rogan. He's been the voice of the UFC for years, a color commentator who brings a unique energy to the broadcasts. Even though he's doing fewer events lately, his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, is one of the biggest in the world. What some people forget is that Rogan isn't just a talker. He's a legitimate martial artist with a background in taekwondo and kickboxing. He's been around the fight game for decades, not just as a commentator, but as a practitioner. So, why did Ronda Rousey suddenly decide to take a shot at him? It's not entirely clear. But this isn't the first time. She has previously accused him of turning on her after she suffered those two devastating losses that ended her MMA career. It seems like there's some unresolved history there. Maybe she felt he was too critical of her performances when she was at her most vulnerable. It's a tough situation because Rousey is a true pioneer. Without her, women's MMA wouldn't be where it is today. She smashed through barriers and became one of the biggest stars the sport has ever seen. This whole situation naturally brought up the age-old question: who is the female GOAT, the greatest of all time? When Shevchenko was asked this, her answer was incredibly thoughtful. She gave Ronda her props, acknowledging that she was the first woman to fight in the UFC and that she absolutely deserves to be in the conversation for the greatest. But then, Valentina shared her own incredible story. She started martial arts when she was just 5 years old. That's 32 years of dedication. Think about this. She won her first MMA world title back in 2003 in South Korea. That's 7 years before the first female fight even happened in the UFC, she said. No one would fight. There were no women. She won another title in 2005. Valentina pointed out that many of today's modern fighters weren't even born when she was already a world champion. She's seen the entire evolution of women's MMA from the very beginning. Because of that incredible longevity and experience, she has a unique perspective on the sport's history. So, who does she think is the GOAT? Shevchenko remained humble. She said it's a very hard question and that she would never name herself. That's just not her style. Instead, she believes that many fighters have done enough to secure their spot and be considered one of the greatest. It's a classic, respectful answer from a true martial artist. Shevchenko believes there isn't just one single GOAT, but a mountain with room for many legends. It's fascinating to see this clash of perspectives. You have Rousey, the explosive superstar who brought women's MMA to the mainstream. You have Shevchenko, the silent assassin who has been dominating for decades. A true student of the game, and caught in the middle is Joe Rogan, a figure who is both a fan and an expert in the eyes of many. What do you guys think? Was Rousey out of line? Is Rogan an expert? And who is your pick for the female GOAT? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more MMA news and analysis.